gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Education and Human Services. The graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences. Graduates of the College of Engineering Technology. faculty representatives of Ferris State University. The President and stage dignitaries. Ferris is proud to recognize graduates and guests who are currently serving or have served in our armed forces. Veterans, please stand. Audience and graduates, if you would please stand as well for the singing of our national anthem. Feel free to join soloist Rachel Schumann. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Good morning. Welcome to the commencement exercises of Ferris State University. We are delighted that you, the families and friends of our graduates, have come to witness this occasion which celebrates their accomplishments. My name is Suzanne K. Miller. I am a faculty member in the College of Engineering Technology. Carrying the symbolic mace and representing the Academic Senate is Michael D. Ryan. Marshals representing the faculty members are Mary Murnick and Nathan Leatherman. Today's music is performed by the Brass Quintet from Mount Pleasant. The interpreter is Emily Baxter. And the ushers are members of the Ferris State University Student Alumni Gold Club. Please join me in thanking them for their assistance. Now, allow me to present the stage dignitaries who will rise as they are introduced. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Trustee Lori Guizdala from Midland. President David L. Eisler. Commencement speaker in 2017, distinguished teacher John Scott Gray. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Paul A. Blake. Academic Senate President, Charles Bacon. Associate Vice President for External Relations and Executive Director of the Ferris Alumni Association, Jeremy J. Mishler. Vice President for Student Affairs, Janine Ward-Roof. College of Business Dean, David M. Nickel. Extended and International Operations Dean, Stephen E. Reifert. Trustee Gary L. Granger from Byron Center. Trustee Ana Ramirez Saenz from Grand Rapids. Trustee Amna Siebold from East Grand Rapids. Vice President for University Advancement and Marketing, Shelley L. Piercy. Vice President for Diversity and Inclusion, David Pilgrim. Vice President and General Counsel, Miles J. Postma. Vice President for Administration and Finance, Jerry L. Scobie. College of Health Professions Dean, Matthew O. Adianju. Retention and Student Success Dean, Jason Bentley. Michigan College of Optometry Dean, David A. Damari. College of Pharmacy Dean, Stephen W. Durst. Library Dean, Scott Garrison. College of Engineering Technology Dean, Larry R. Schult. College of Arts and Sciences Dean, Christy L. Hake. College of Education and Human Services Dean, Eric L. Jackson. Would you please join me in acknowledging them? Officially presiding over this commencement ceremony are members of the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University. President Eisler now brings you the university's greetings.
It is a pleasure to welcome each of you, family, friends, honored guests, members of our Board of Trustees, faculty and staff colleagues, and most importantly, you, our graduates. As a university community, we are immensely proud of each of you. It is a true honor to stand before you, the class of 2017. Today is a wonderful opportunity for you to reflect on your accomplishments here at Ferris State University. At such a time, you need to know that your success is built upon the collective efforts of so many people who care about you and who take great pride in your growth and development. I want to pause for a moment so we can express our thanks to them. I begin with our faculty, who have served as your teachers, advisors, guides, and mentors. We are truly fortunate to have a faculty who are dedicated to teaching and who care deeply about students. I would ask that our faculty rise so we can express our thanks to them. I also want to thank our staff, who contribute in their way for you, our students. In doing so, I would note their many contributions to our ceremony. The beautiful decorations here today and the commencement program, which provides information on our university, its degrees, and today's ceremony. Now to the special guests with us today. First, I want to recognize your parents. They have planned and sacrificed to help you reach this pinnacle of achievement. Parents, please stand. I'd be willing to guess that there are proud grandparents here also. Grandparents, would you please stand? For some graduates, there are spouses or significant others who stood by them in both good and tough times and have supported you working toward this day. Would you please stand? Graduates, some of you also have children who have had to share their mom or dad with books, studying, and homework assignments. I'd ask the children of our graduates to stand. Finally, we have many friends and other relatives of our graduates here. Please stand so we can thank you for being here with us today. Graduates, in a few moments, you'll be crossing this stage. Two helpful reminders. As you celebrate this achievement, take time to thank those who have worked, helped, and supported you. Their sacrifice and their love have helped create this moment for you. Second, a practical but useful reminder, we're going to take your picture as you receive your degree. Don't forget to pause as I shake your hand and smile. As graduates, you represent the hopes and dreams of our institution. Each of us at Ferris State University, faculty, staff, and fellow students, see your educational accomplishments and personal growth and take pride in your accomplishments. As members of the Ferris community, we never know when our efforts will shape a life, be an inspiration, or help one find the path to a brighter future. I wish that I could tell each of your stories, as they are all meaningful in their own way. As examples, I want to highlight the stories of three graduates whose journeys illustrate opportunity, resilience, and inspiration. It is said that firstborn children are achievement-oriented. They like to set the standard, overcoming much in life. This certainly rings true for this graduate. While in middle school, life at home for him and his three younger siblings was uneasy, as his family structure was beginning to break down. His father struggled with alcoholism, and his parents divorced. In high school, he was a good student, but not particularly challenged by the coursework, until he was encouraged by his teachers to enroll in AP classes. He immersed himself in his studies and he thrived. By graduation, he had earned 42 college credits and a National AP Scholar Award. Attending Ferris State University for our biotechnology program, his first semester could have been overwhelming. He began by taking sophomore level classes including anatomy and physiology and organic chemistry. Life became even more stressful when his father unexpectedly passed away. Although estranged, he had hoped that they would one day reunite. Rather than succumbing to life's pressures, he pushed himself to be a role model for his younger brothers and sister. Throughout his time at Ferris, he has worked in 2 different labs on campus. After his second year, he's selected as a summer undergraduate research fellow at Case Western Reserve University. There he characterized the ephrin type A receptor, which is known to play a role in tumor growth. Last summer, he was a research fellow at the University of California, San Diego, investigating the regulation of the pH domain leucine-rich repeat protein phosphate enzyme, which is known to act as a tumor suppressor. After earning an A in quantitative analysis, he was encouraged to become a structured language assistance facilitator for the course this fall. While at first unsettling, he found this very rewarding and discovered a passion for teaching, helping others succeed. This experience convinced him that his future should include more than research. He aspires one day to become a university professor. Today he's graduating with his bachelor's degree in biotechnology, a semester early, for a perfect 4.0 GPA. After graduation, he hopes to work in the field, travel, and attend graduate school with an intent on receiving his PhD in structural biology from one of his dream universities, the University of Washington, Stanford University, or the University of Cambridge. He thanks Professors Brad Isler and Kim Culver for encouraging and helping him become successful in his field. He also thanks his mom, Dawn, and his brothers, Daniel and Joseph, and his sister, Sarah. It is a privilege to introduce to you Jaden Shirky. Jaden, would you please stand? I'd ask that his family also rise. Our next graduate story is about resilience. Imagine for a moment being in middle school. Your family does not have a car, so you have to walk to school every day, rain or shine, or take public transportation. This student moved more than 20 times during those formative years. Looking back, she will tell you that while it was challenging, it also helped her be resilient. After graduating the top of her class from Dakota High School, she considered attending Oakland or Macomb Community College. However, with the help of scholarships and TIP funding, she enrolled at Ferris State University, ready to learn. Knowing she wanted to work with children, the early childhood education program could not have been a better fit for her. On campus, she immediately joined the registered student organization, Real Life Campus Ministry, and began making Big Rapids her home. She worked at a local child care center and found great meaning in providing care to infants, helping toddlers take their first steps and watching them learn something new each day. She takes pride in helping children achieve these important milestones that set them up for future success. She was so immersed in her studies, work, and life in Big Rapids that she rarely made it back home. Things changed for her in 2015 when tragedy struck her family. Her younger brother took his own life at the age of 18, a senior in high school. While struggling to cope with the loss, her family and her friends at Real Life and at church helped her get through one of the most difficult times she has ever experienced. Her resilience and perseverance helped get her to where she is today. She's the first in her family to graduate from college and has future plans to attend graduate school so she can also one day teach early childhood education. Today, she would like to thank her mom, LaQuetta, and her sister, LaQuantas, her grandparents, Flight Library Instruction Coordinator Christy Motes, and her friends at Real Life and Resurrection Life Church for being there for her every step of the way today. I'm honored to introduce to you LaQuera Ramsey when asked that she stand. LaQuera? Would her family also stand, please? Our final story is about the power of second chances. Growing up, this graduate experienced challenges with making friends and interacting with others. In 8th grade, he was diagnosed with high-functioning autism. And for the next several years, he continued to struggle, both at high school and at home. Although he was uncertain about his ability to attend college, he heeded some much-needed advice and decided to apply to Ferris. He was interested in our plastics engineering technology program as he had an innate love of math, chemistry, and physics. He watched his dad work in the plastics field. Once he was accepted to Ferris, he knew this was his chance at redemption. Coming to Ferris, he did not know anyone. However, through a game of ultimate frisbee near the Rock Cafe, he soon began to make friends, in particular, one involved with real-life campus ministry who changed his life forever. His time at Ferris involved much studying, but it also involved much personal and spiritual growth. He mended broken personal relationships from his past and overcame the challenges of his autism. His sophomore year, he was approached by a faculty member to become a structured language assistant facilitator to tutor students in math and chemistry. This experience had a profound effect on him and demonstrated just how far he had come in his ability to interact positively with others. He was able to see students who were struggling with the course content and that he could help them better understand the material. He could be an influence in their lives. This is remarkable, when for such a long time he struggled with one-on-one personal interactions and being in social settings. His experiences at Ferris have helped him, shaped him into who he is today. He has excelled in the plastics program and done 3 internships with Byrne Electrical Specialists in Rockford. Coming to Ferris has truly been a life-changing experience. I'd like to thank his mom and dad, Susan and Fred, for believing in him, Nick and Kayla Loveberry with Real Life Campus Ministry for mentoring him these last 4 years, and Karen Royster James, Teresa Brown, and Kimberly Smith in the Structured Learning Assistance Office. It is an honor to introduce to you Carl Schmidt. Carl, would you please stand? Will his family also rise? Graduates, on behalf of our university, I wish you great success and fulfillment. As each of you sets out on the next step of your life and career, you will face times of challenge and uncertainty. Jaden, LaQuera, and Carl are inspirational examples of the success you can achieve when you are determined to excel and find your true calling in life. Congratulations and best wishes, class of 2017.
Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Paul Blake, will introduce our speaker.
John Scott Gray, Professor of Philosophy, is the recipient of the Ferris State University's 2017 Distinguished Teacher Award. Dr. Gray joined the Humanities Department in the College of Arts and Sciences in 2006. He has taught more than a dozen different classes during his time at Ferris and has led study abroad trips to Italy, France, and Spain. His research interests include the philosophy of sports, sex and love, and bioethics. He co-authored Introduction to Popular Culture, Theories, Applications, and Global Perspectives, and has offered contributions to a dozen publications during his service to the university. Inspired by Socrates, he believes that the unexamined life is not worth living, and he strives to help students examine their own lives and ask and answer meaningful questions about life. Dr. Gray earned his Bachelor of Arts from Furman University in Greenville, South Carolina, a Master of Arts from Baylor University in Waco, Texas, and a PhD from Southern Illinois University in Carbondale, Illinois. He resides in Canadian Lakes, Michigan with his wife, Jo Meyer, and son, Oscar, who he notes is in the Ferris class of 2037. Welcome, Dr. Gray.
Thank you, Provost Blake. Good morning. It is my honor and pleasure to speak to you today on the occasion of your graduation from Ferris State University. This opportunity is truly one of the most special aspects of being named Distinguished Teacher, and I've been looking forward to this moment for many months. Of course, the honor today is all yours, and it's your accomplishments that give us cause to visit together this morning. Your graduation is a sign of your intelligence and diligence and indicates a job well done. In preparation for this speech, I have taken the opportunity to view numerous other commencement speeches, and I tried to learn from the various strengths and weaknesses. One mistake I noticed was that some speakers made their comments too much about themselves, and I do not want to make that mistake here. But I will take a moment or two to thank some people here today. First, I want to thank my colleagues, many of whom are in the second, third, and fourth rows today. When I was offered the chance to come here to Ferris, I had two other job offers on the table from other institutions. I chose Ferris in large part because of how impressed I was with the quality and kindness of the faculty here. I have not regretted that decision, and I'm thankful for how my colleagues continue to motivate and inspire me. Second, and most important, I want to thank my family and friends who joined me here today in the front row, including my beautiful wife, Jo. It is their love and fellowship that truly makes my life extraordinary. Okay, with that said, let's return to the moment at hand. Your graduation. For many of you, the next few minutes represents the very last academic lecture you will ever have to listen to. I will try to live up to that expectation. I'm sure you all have. This will not be on the exam, though. For us, this moment gives us reason to pause and celebrate, but if we're going to approach these moments from a philosophical perspective, which as a philosopher I'm required by law to do, then we must do more than celebrate. We must try to contextualize and understand what this moment means for our lives. All too often, we tend to develop tunnel vision and become so hyper-aware of certain significant moments in our lives that we can sometimes lose the awareness of the importance that the spaces between these signposts can have for our overall quality of life. Think about moments in our lives that we anticipated or still look forward to with some of our most fervent zeal. For many of us, turning sweet 16 and getting the car keys that go along with it was a moment of freedom and independence that we'd hoped for years. For others, it's the age 21 with its bar hopping and first legal drinks that serves as a major sign of adulthood. For others, we dream one day of getting married and raising children, settling down into a home and routine of our own. For many of you here today, graduation and the diploma that serves as a sign of a significant accomplishment has been an obsession for the better part of 4 years, or 5 years, or 6 years. Do I hear 7? It's like we're at an auction or something. Of course, the discussion of driving and graduation and marriage implies certain values that may not be shared by all. For example, other cultures may not give concern for driver's license, or some may reject the heteronormative idea of marriage. But for much of our individual lives, many, if not all, of these signposts loom on the horizon, in our minds or in the minds of those around us. For example, your grandmother. Johnny, when are you and Shirley going to settle down and have a family? Grandma, we've been dating for 3 weeks. Give it some time. So because of this, these goals can dominate much of our lives and decision-making. While I'm not arguing that these moments in time are not important, what I am saying is that we should endeavor to become less consumed by their presence and more aware of how it is the moments in between that paint the diverse and varied pictures of our lives. We can become so obsessed with the importance of particular points in our timelines that we can begin to overshadow the many other beautiful opportunities that life provides us. In plainest terms, plan for the future, but be sure to live in the moment. The Greek philosopher Aristotle asserted that a life well lived was dictated not by what we did in our greatest moments or in our moments of greatest crisis, but in our habits and attitudes that we adopted every single day. Aristotle famously said, talking about the bird, that, quote, "One swallow does not make a spring, nor does one sunny day. Similarly, one day or short time does not make a man blessed and happy." He believed that a single act could not make a person virtuous or vile, but that what really mattered was the attitude that they brought to bear in their everyday countenance, their approach to all of life's moments. Aristotle thought that a life of happiness was achieved by dedicating oneself to seek virtue and trying to seek self-actualization, being the best that you can be every single day. Now, this is a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week task, but it's important. This is a core component of the kind of mindfulness discussed by Jon Kabat-Zinn in his book, Wherever You Go, There You Are. For Kabat-Zinn, working from the Buddhist meditation perspective, mindfulness, quote, wakes us up to the fact that our lives unfold only in moments. If we are not fully present for many of these moments, we may not only miss what is most valuable in our lives, but also fail to realize the richness and the depth of our possibilities for growth and transformation. Being in the moment means we are not focusing so much on what this might lead to or what might be next or what might result, but on our understanding and awareness of now. This is easier on a day like today, which is by its very nature surrounded by the pomp and circumstance of award and achievement, and rightly so. It can be infinitely more difficult to be in the moment on a Wednesday morning in a class or job we don't want to have, listening to a lecture or business presentation that we don't want to hear, wondering only if this will be on the test or our next performance evaluation. When we become so obsessed with what is next, we undermine the ability to appreciate what is now. Now, as Ferris State University's 2017 Distinguished Teacher, I've had to struggle with being in the moment myself. This award, and truly one of the great signposts of my career, is earned, however, not because of a single lecture or single class, but I'd like to believe was earned over a career dedicated to seeing each day as a today with its own students, its own assignments, filled with thousands of moments that each offer their own opportunities. For you, tomorrow offers new chances to continue to earn the honors bestowed upon you today and to continue to grow as human beings. As you move off to careers in your chosen fields, graduate school, or simply return to be home with your family, remember that each day is rich with opportunities, providing what William Shakespeare called undiscovered country. Next week, I urge you to seek out these moments of rich and complete awareness. That said, today is still commencement, meaning that there is still time to celebrate this moment in your lives. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Gray. We now take pride in recognizing the graduates of the Ferris State University class of 2017. As they cross the stage, please note the cords worn by many of our graduates. These earned symbols signify academic honors, military service, Greek societies, and student organizations. In the interest of time and maintaining the integrity of the ceremony, we ask that the families and friends of the graduates please remain at their seats for the complete ceremony. The university has contracted with a professional photographer to take pictures of each graduate. Following the ceremony, we invite family and friends to take photos in front of the stage. For safety purposes, the platform will be closed. The academic deans will assist President Eisler and Provost Blake to confer the appropriate degrees and certificates on the Ferris State University class of 2017.
Will the candidates for master's degrees in the College of Education and Human Services please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Jackson will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Education and Human Services, I am honored and privileged to present to you these candidates for the degree of Master's of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Master of Science in Career and Technical Education, and Master of Science in Criminal Justice Administration. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you the master's degree as it applies to you individually, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, master's graduates, College of Education and Human Services.
Family members may be seated. And graduates, please come forward as directed by the ushers. Tiffany Janet Rakoff. Paula Jean Peterson. Jenny Marie Knopf. Gerard Joseph Lucas, distinction. Daniel James Hunt, highest distinction. Amani Mohammed Al-Haris, highest distinction. Yahya Mohammed A. Alijam, highest distinction. Wesley Swain Thompson II, highest distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, the master's graduates of the College of Education and Human Services.
Candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees in the College of Education and Human Services, please rise. Will their families also rise? Dean Jackson will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Education and Human Services, I am honored and privileged to present these candidates for Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Science, Associate in Applied Science, and Associate in Arts degrees. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you bachelor and associate degrees as they apply to you individually with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, graduates, College of Education and Human Services.
Families may be seated. Graduates may be seated except for the first row. Please come forward as directed by the ushers. Carl Dwayne Ferguson. Madeline Ann Miller. Kennedy Francis Bowles. Alex Scott Martell. Landon Charles Grove, cum laude. Shelby Lynn Valier, cum laude. Brandon Eric Sweeney, cum laude. Chastity LaKenya McNuckle. Antonio Roy Henderson McDaniel, magna cum laude. Chiquita Marie Clay, cum laude. Todd Johnson. Jacob Ryan Justice. Caitlin Rayanne Smith. Ryan Brogan Johns, summa cum laude. Aaron Mann, summa cum laude. Jeffrey Allen Kroll, summa cum laude. River Taylor Jensen, cum laude. Samantha Lynn Wellhusen, cum laude. Sydney Jean Isley, cum laude. Jasmine Marie Crawford. Ashley Marie Thomas, magna cum laude. Charmin Michelle Prince, cum laude. Margaret Lynn Hodgman, magna cum laude. Jasmine Nicole Grenache. Haley Elizabeth Fowler, magna cum laude. Satish P. Parthiban, cum laude. Todd Carl Summerer, Jr. Christine Marie Tramsky, magna cum laude. Olivia Elizabeth DeMoss, summa cum laude. Benjamin J. Burns. Megan Mary Jurink, cum laude. Tori Elaine Van Offlin, summa cum laude. Jennifer Margaret Stouffer, summa cum laude. Kristen Lee Miller, summa cum laude. Catherine Ann Tiffany, magna cum laude. Jason Lavorne, summa cum laude. Celeste Nunez, magna cum laude. Katie J. Fikema, summa cum laude. Danielle Darby Wandell, cum laude. Tony Terrell Fountain, cum laude. Anna Marie Alexander, cum laude. Gabriella M. Layton. April Lynn Worden. Raquel B. Lopez. Kimberly Marie Taylor. Dylan Thomas Bradley. Megan Ryan Zielinski, summa cum laude. Sammy Jo Emily Taylor. Elisa Kristen Rosebrook, cum laude. Kent James Feast, summa cum laude. Cody James Orban, summa cum laude. Jennifer Catherine Carberry, summa cum laude. Amy Lynn Atkinson, magna cum laude. Carrie Jo Schultz, cum laude. Nicholas Gerald Holm. Micah Lee Gladfelter. Caitlin Joyce Williams, cum laude. Carrie Ann Stahl. Derek Lewis Malone, cum laude. Eric D. Thwaites. Bradley Isaac Orzakowski. Maria Lee Iltis, cum laude. Christian Reed Norum. Samuel James Whitberry. Aaron Lynn Dudek. Michaela I. Keener, magna cum laude. Hope Elizabeth Judge, cum laude. Keith Kadeem Branner. Ellie Lynn Lauer. Mercedes Sky Parker, cum laude. Iman Ray Merriman. Aaron Taylor Ham, summa cum laude. Macy Ann Goretka, summa cum laude. Courtney Leah Sever. Odessa Elizabeth Harrison, cum laude. Peter John Lance, summa cum laude. Michael Paul Larson. Colin James O'Dowd. Michael A. Kropowickney. Chelsea Ray Goodfellow, cum laude. Lakira Sheree Michelle Ramsey, cum laude. Katie Ruth Johnson. Jordan Renee Lodge, cum laude. Joseph Michael Sumter, magna cum laude. Joseph James Matone. Catherine Stevens. Sarah Lynn Van Hoven, cum laude. Melanie Senta Christensen, magna cum laude. Aziz Alvi. Sybil Cooley. Lee Turnbow. Thomas A. Dittman. Tanner David McLaren. Megan E. Soller, magna cum laude. Corinne August Porter, cum laude. Jalea Ishara Juanita Jones. Linda Gail Zellinger, summa cum laude. Miranda Elise Rafus. Chandler Christine Ludke. Justine Marie Upham, magna cum laude. Morgan Alexis Robinson. Daniel Keegan Allen. Tyler G. Patton, cum laude. Michael Joseph Herman, magna cum laude. Clayton James Springer. Isaiah Slezak. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Education and Human Services.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Hake will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Arts and Sciences, I am honored and privileged to present these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Integrative Studies, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Social Work, Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Arts, and Associate in Science. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you bachelor and associate degrees as they apply to you individually, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, College of Arts and Sciences graduates.
Family members may be seated. Graduates may be seated, except for the first row. Please come forward as directed by the ushers. Deborah Jane Perkins, summa cum laude. Olivia Clarice Karen Keel, magna cum laude. Michelle Maureen Addington. John Emmett Cooney. Theodora Ray Struthers. Jared Ray Roselle. Grace Allen Stevenson. Chase Andrew Lowers. Brandon T. Mackey. Landon Hunter Voigt. Elise Ann Wyszynski. Alexander T. Schramm, magna cum laude. Samantha Ann Simon. Judith Ugochi Okparakuji. Alexander Stephen Schultz. Stephanie Lynn Zeller. Justin Michael Walber, summa cum laude. Samantha Abigail Wallman, summa cum laude. Abigail Constance Lewandowski, magna cum laude. Shelby Taylor Klump. Kyle Joseph Kovalsik. Christopher Carl Price. Michaela Ann Holloway, magna cum laude. Rebecca Catherine Marketing. Alexandra Lynn Constantini. Marissa Renee Johnson. William Thomas Franklin Cromwell, cum laude. Israel Urias Lee Ostrander, magna cum laude. Ashlyn Elizabeth Ostrander, cum laude. Alyssa Marie Cummings. Olivia May Avery. Emily Joy Holsinger. Emily Irene Ferris. Misty Lynn Frazier. Jaden David Shirky, summa cum laude. Kyle Janos Vaigas. April Roseanne King, cum laude. Philip John Renee, magna cum laude. Jacob P. Davenport. Patience Elizabeth Atwood. Joseph Maloney Sparks. Ryan Richard Curry. Jayla Charnay Caver. Roger Monet Moten. Brooke Lynn Pratt. Christopher Edward Alexander. Morgan Marie Smith. Harmon Core Gill. Alexandra Blake Reeds. Jillian Lee Macy, magna cum laude. Waramporn Chaisompormpun, cum laude. Lauren Brianna Brown. Joseph Dean Wisniewski, magna cum laude. Dylan James Wendelbo Helms, magna cum laude. Sierra D. Buckner. Christina Marie Gutierrez. Amber Rochelle Snyder. Gabrielle Nicole Dewey. Amber Marie Calhoun. China Lichelle Rayner. Amanda Bree Tate. Audrey Hoofnagel. Charnay Dumonte Courts. Tia Janae Oaks. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees in the College of Engineering Technology please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Schultz will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Engineering Technology, I am honored and privileged to present to you these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Science, and Associate in Applied Science. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you bachelor and associate degrees as they apply to you individually, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, graduates, College of Engineering Technology.
Families may be seated, and graduates may be seated except for the first row. Please come forward as directed by the ushers. Chance Gerald Hoover. Taylor John Birdsley. Samuel Clayton Carter. David Joseph Relstab, cum laude. Braden Curtis Poole. Marcus Daniel Guerrero. Eric Raymond Coughlin. Juan Aguilar, magna cum laude. Kyle Aaron Thompson, summa cum laude. Douglas Matthew Young. Braden Halleck Craig Berry. Jeffrey Scott Joyce II. Travis Earl Ellis. Zachary Michael Kemp. Amos Ojo Idowu, cum laude. Scott Allen Morgan, magna cum laude. Carlos Alberto Mendoza Brito. Eric Wesley Mitchell. Jennifer R. Wozniak. Ronald Ray Beasley, cum laude. Jacob Joseph Belinsky, magna cum laude. Christopher Dale Fisher. Eric Michael Price. Kason Brian Cook. Carl Frederick Schmidt III, magna cum laude. Mark Stephen Harvilla, summa cum laude. Andrew James Smith. Ryan A. Elliott. Dominic James Black, cum laude. Jordan Lee Mock. Steve Zimmerman. Guido Romano D'Angelo, cum laude. Ian Randall Costu, summa cum laude. David W. Dykstra. Sean Houlihan. Brett S. Anderson. Joseph Robert Nelson. Justin David Walczewski. Danico Dominique Parks. Frank Anthony Eberhardt. Tarek Sarek, cum laude. Cody Leroy Stotler. Michelle Lorraine Draves. Saud Mishari El-Naim. Larry Dale Spencer, Jr. Brandon J. Hill. Sean Michael Katip. Andrew M. Milkey. Brendan Scott Puddick. Nathan Gerard, magna cum laude. Jonathan Joseph Quist, cum laude. Brian Michael Carlson. Margaret May Lazarovich, cum laude. Travis Michael Skiba. Michael Lawrence Panatera. Tyree Lamar Weatherspoon. Rodolfo Rangel, Jr. Mayor Marwan Elminair, cum laude. Travis Muto. Benjamin Joseph Lothschutz. Lawrence Nukwi Sa. Raymond Hubble. Cody Richard Witkowski. Heriberto Mendoza. Tae-Young Lim. Hassan Baker. Jacob A. Stang. Nipuna GSP. William A. Greenlee. Kyle Christopher Mortensen. Zachary Lynn Seiler. Atu Nogomo Kondali. Alexandria Ann Rowley. Laura Elizabeth Myers. Morgan Laura Fuller. Mitchell James Baker. Mason Storm Belbot. Vicky S. Parker. Abdul Karim Rashid Al-Rukami. And ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Engineering Technology.
Will all of our graduates please stand? There is a long-standing tradition at commencement ceremonies in which the graduates move their tassels from the right side to the left side of their caps as a symbol of their accomplishment. I invite all graduates of the class of 2017 to flip their tassels at this time. Congratulations and best wishes. Please be seated.
Jeremy Mischler, Associate Vice President for External Relations and Executive Director of the Ferris Alumni Association, will bring you greetings from the Ferris State Alumni Association.
It is now my great privilege to salute all of you for the first time as alumni of Ferris State University. From this day, you will face many new possibilities, probabilities, and challenges. We will now be depending on you to do your part to strengthen the economies of our world and to build our communities. And it is now, more than ever, that we will be counting on you to advocate to your family, neighbors, and colleagues the continuing opportunity of Ferris State. We are looking forward to your return to campus as our advisors, to be our guest speakers, and to share with us your successes so that your stories will inspire and support future generations that have the ability to fulfill their dreams here and one day stand at your side. Celebrate this great day. We look forward to hearing from you soon. But remember, you are and always will be a Bulldog.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of Ferris Fidelity. You may join Rachel Schumann in singing our Alma Mater. The words are located in your program.
As constant as the northern star, our faith we pledge to thee. Our word, our bond, our oath, our trust to you fidelity. From the promise of the crimson dawn to sunset's mellow gold, thy spirit shall breathe in. We pledge allegiance as of old. Ferris State, ahead.
Please remain standing for the formal closing of the commencement ceremony, and thank you for sharing this special day with us.